So welcome to another episode in Paul's Asian Adventure. In this video, I will talk about what dating an older Filipina, meaning over 30, can be. Why that can be so much better than dating a younger Filipina. But before I start, I want to mention that this video can be controversial because my opinions can be a bit different than most people. And, if you disagree with this video or you find it offensive in any way, go ahead and skip the video and go to the next. And if you want to comment, please leave a comment and talk about why you find it offensive and what you think about the subject matter. So before I start on the advantages of dating an older woman, I want to contextualize this by talking about the sexual marketplace and your value as a man versus that of a woman. A woman reaches her highest value in this marketplace at around 22, 23 years old. A man, on the other hand, reaches his peak value at around 40 years old. This has been shown in multiple studies. You can think of it this way. A man values love or beauty, while a woman loves value. This can be especially seen in the female mating strategy. They always date up, meaning they look for a man that they perceive as higher value. This can especially be seen in the West. Even though women have equal opportunity, some would argue elevated opportunities, they seek men of higher value. So it's no longer about security. Look, a woman making $250,000 in a yearly compensation is not a woman who needs more security. However, she seeks a man of equal or higher value. This is due to hundreds of thousands of years of mating strategies that are ingrained in both men and women. So exactly how does this relate to dating older women, or even younger ones for that matter? It relates to options. As a woman reaches closer to her 30s and then past her 30s, her options diminish at an alarming rate. She starts to become invisible to most men. The average man doesn't turn around and look at a 40-plus-year-old. However, they do turn around and look at a 22-year-old. So, what does this mean for you? It means that you can be much more selective in your choice of women if you choose to be with an older woman. She is no longer selling you on her cuteness and beauty, but rather what she has to offer in the way of her character, in the way of her education, in the way of her finances, her family background, and so on. So if you want an educated Filipina with a good career, it would be considerably easier to meet a woman with this criteria at an older age. Since you are prized in the sexual marketplace and her price has diminished. Look, it's all about your value as a man versus her value as a woman. Like I said at the outset, men value beauty, women love value. If you are rich, and as a foreigner living in the Philippines, it seems you are considered rich no matter how poor you are. This illusion, and in a lot of cases, it is but an illusion that these women derive from their culture, TV, friends, family. The foreigner is a mystery. He is exciting, someone different, someone who's a catch in their eyes. So dating an older woman will give you a higher quality woman. On average, more educated, more worldly. Listen, many of these women have been OFWs. Some have nursing degrees, some have doctorate degrees, and some have traveled the world. So they are more worldly, more financially secured. They're more stable, also due to their lack of options, or rather reduced amount of what she considers viable options. And also a gratitude that you are dating her instead of a 20-plus-year-old, which she knows very well you are capable of getting. With the feminization of the world, having an older woman is also more accepted. No one will look down and question your motivations when dating an older woman, as simps typically do when you date a younger woman. So life is easier, less stressful, less stares of how dare you take advantage of your status as a man. An older woman's independence means she is less clingy. She's less worried about you hanging with friends. She's independent. She can go do the errands on her own. She can cook. She knows how to navigate the bureaucracy and get you what you need to improve your life. She knows how to negotiate. She knows people that can get things done. Basically, she will make your life much easier instead of causing you problems. Her knowledge and life experience will be a complement to your life and many of the traps and issues that you would have had with a younger woman. Those will be avoided with an older, experienced woman. Another advantage is that she has a higher probability of being faithful than a younger counterpart. This is in part due to her options, but also that you are probably an incredible catch for her, and she would not risk losing you by being unfaithful. A woman that is older, with high morals, her party years behind her, her options diminished, will tend to give more of herself in that relationship. This is her chance to have a dream relationship with a financially secured man. So what are some of the disadvantages of dating an older woman? There are not many in my opinion, only two that I can think of. The first is they are more set in their way, more stubborn if you will. They are less moldable than their younger version. This is great in a way because she has principles and a character that is set and hard to break, which if she is the right person for you can be awesome. However, it can also be detrimental to that relationship if those characters and principles are not aligned with yours. One other disadvantage can be if things go wrong. The breakup can be bad due to the fact that her options are limited. As with any relationship, this is easily avoided by moving ahead slow and not letting her move in to your house for at least 18 months to 2 years. At the end, I wanted to talk about why there's such a difference between dating in the West and Southeast Asia. Why is it so much easier here than in the West? Is it really all about money? Yes, money is a factor, as mentioned earlier. Women always date up and never down. They might frack, if you know what I mean, a hot, young, poor stud, but a serious relationship with that person? Probably not. This has to do with the mating strategy of men and women, and that is a rather complex topic, which I will not delve into further for this video. But another way of illustrating or saying why is so much easier dating here than in the West is that there are per capita a lot more beautiful girls here in shape that take care of themselves with a good attitude versus the West that looks like hippo country now, to put it mildly. You know, it's just the way it is. And another way of illustrating it is another way of illustrating the marketplace is if you go to a fruit shop, and let's say this fruit shop only sells mangoes. Pick any fruit you want, okay? And you go into that fruit shop, the first one, and there are a few sellers, not that many mangoes, and the ones that are there are, big mangoes that are not fresh. Some of them are old, rotting, wrinkly, and there are a few good, really fresh, juicy mangoes. Well, those fresh ones are going to get an elevated price, right? There's lots of buyers and few sellers. Now imagine, instead of spending your money there or spending your time there, you decide to go in your car and travel, 50 miles down the road, and there's another marketplace there that very few people know about. And in that marketplace, there are thousands and thousands upon thousands of fresh mangoes, juicy mangoes, and there are very few buyers. Guess what happens with the price, right? Same with the sexual marketplace. Same with why it's so much easier to date here than to date in the West. You walk around here, it's amazing the amount of beautiful girls. You walk around in the West, I mean, sorry to say it, not that many. So that's part of the reason. It is a bit more complex than that, but those are the main reasons. So I hope you like this new type of scripted video, and I hope you like the subject matter. I know it can be a bit controversial, and if you would comment and tell me why you like the video, dislike this format, and go ahead and like, share, and comment, like I said, because that really helps me on the YouTube algorithm and helps me grow my channel. So I'll see you in the next video, which should be out in about 2 or 3 days. That's another thing. I have been kind of slow in the videos this last couple of months. I've had other things that I'm taking care of, and so I will be releasing about 2 videos a week and having one live stream, at least one live stream a week. So watch for the live streams, and on those live streams I will talk about the subject matters that I'm putting out on video. So I'll see you in the next video in about 2 or 3 days. So take care. Bye bye.